That's right, it's not clickbait. My KTM 890 has been stolen. And if you stick with me on this video, I'll tell you everything about it. So guys, where do I even begin? I'm just driving down to London now, so I thought now's a really good time to sort of address what's been happening. So, as I've said, my bike was stolen. It was parked under my apartment block where I live, where it's been for 6 months. And I'm just getting, it's like a Friday night, I'm just getting ready to go to bed, and I hear banging at my door. And I go and answer my door, and one of the neighbours is saying, your motorbike's being stolen, your motorbike's being stolen. So I put some shoes on and I run downstairs, and my bike's gone. The chains are all on the ground, all my anti-theft stuff's all over on the ground, sawn to bits. I literally just got straight in this car and I just started driving out. And I knew on the bike that I hidden an AirTag on the bike, Apple AirTag, and it's a long shot. I used to actually have a tracker under the seat, and it was deactivated, and I left it under the seat. And my thoughts behind that essentially was, if they nick the bike, they'll pop the seat, find the tracker under the seat, think they found the tracker, and off they go. And that's exactly what happened. So, I do have some footage. Let me just drop some footage somewhere on the screen here. This footage I got from neighbours. Some really grainy like video footage of them actually physically stealing the bike. So back to the sort of chase. So I've jumped in the car, I've flown out, and I've grabbed my phone and I've gone find my device, and I find my motorbike AirTag is actually tracking. So, but it's dancing everywhere on the map. So I'm just basically just like, look, this thing's got to stop at some point. So I'm tracking, and I've been driving about 15 minutes, and where we live in Manchester, if anybody knows, like the Salford sort of estate area, it's renowned for this type of thing. So the first thing when that bike was stolen, I was like, this bike's not going far. So I was just patient, driving around 15 minutes, dot in, and then it stopped. So it stopped, I'm confident it's in here. And it's a dodgy estate, and it's a dead end. So I don't want to drive down it. So I call the police, and they give me a crime reference number as per, and I said, the bike is here, it's tracked, send some police. So then I wait for 5 minutes, and then I get a call on my phone, and it's the police. And because of where it is, they've actually sent armed police. So proper armed response police turn up, 2 of them. They call me on my mobile, I've not seen them yet. They keep calling me, what does your bike look like on WhatsApp? I send them a picture of what the bike looks like. And they're asking me to play the noise on the AirTag, which should be like a ping really. Like, the guys are just looking around this estate, and it's a dead end, and right at the dead end is a black metal gate. And as you go through the metal gate, it's basically like a big square and a dead end. It's just like there's no way in, no way out other than this black gate. And you've got all these back gardens just backing onto this, all facing each other like a big square. And the armed police officer goes in there, and he goes through one of these back gardens, and there's 2 like big pit bull dogs at the window, and all this tarpaulin. He pulls back the tarpaulin, and the KTM's there. He then calls me and said, I found your bike, come and meet me. So I walk to him, and as we're walking in, he's got a big assault rifle on his front. He's like, we know this neighbour, we know whose house this is. This house is used for hiding weapons like guns. We've done the doors in for drugs and all sorts of stolen goods. It's a well-known house. So I've gone in and these dogs are going berserk. He's asked me to identify the bike, and whilst I'm doing that, there's a group of about 10, 15 lads all stood there smoking, laughing and smiling at me. And I know full well they're the guys that stole my motorbike. And I'll put a picture up here now of how the bike was, and it was surrounded by about 6 police officers at the time, still in the estate. And I've gone to put my key in, and I've then realised the ignition barrel's just completely smashed to bits. So they smashed the steering lock, and now I know, and I'm sure people will leave comments in, no, never lock your steering lock, because it doesn't deter thieves, it just causes more damage to the bike when it's stolen. So I'll remember that for next time. These guys, and if I can, I'll drop some footage, but these guys turned up on scooters with like a brick cutter, not an angle grinder, like a full-on petrol motor disc cutter. See, the type of ones you find on a construction site, and they're going through like breeze block and builder's brick, that type of stuff. So I don't think it mattered what protection I had on the bike, even like those like hip locks or light locks, it would have just cut through it. The so-called security guards, it's tourist security, they're absolutely rubbish, and I can't say enough bad things about these people. Like, they've just fobbed me off, ignored me, just like failed at every point. But they've got manned security, and I'm not expecting them to, like, you know, wrestle these guys, but at least add some sort of deterrent, like scream, shout, get in their face, just kick the motorbike over. It's like 200 kilograms, like just do something. He stood there from like 100 foot away saying, I'm scared, what do I do? Then run to the back gate once the bike's been wheeled out, watched them hotwire my bike for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then told his boss that he did everything within his power to do it. They refused to give me the CCTV. They didn't file a police report or a crime reference number. Absolute shambles, just absolute shambles. Like, anyway, that's a whole nother story. So absolute. There was a lovely lady called Tori who works at KD Motorcycles up in Accrington. She went, don't worry, I'll do everything I can to help you. So she got their van to come pick my bike up from Breakers Yard, take up to KD. So that was on the 1st of July. And now I'm speaking to you, what is it today? It's the 5th of October. And unfortunately, I still don't have my bike back. So although KD really helped me and got me out of a sticky situation, they inspected the bike. They said the ignition barrel's kaput. We need new keys, new ignition barrel, new locks, all that type of stuff. Steering lock's been broken. And luckily, and I was really like worried for a moment that I thought there'd be damage to the frame, because if a steering lock's welded onto the frame and they've kicked it, it's bent the frame, it's buggered. Now, I know you guys are all saying, you know what, Joe, what's the point? Just use your insurance. Stupid me. And again, another mistake from myself. I've always, if I've not had fully comp insurance, I've always had third-party fire and theft. When I bought the KTM, it was at a Superbike factory in Cheshire, and I was expecting to sell and buy a bike that day. So I've sold my Triumph, they've took it away, and they're like, your new bike can be ready in an hour, go sort the insurance out. So I've just gone on Bennett's quickly and just bought insurance. And I just bought third party fire and theft, so I thought. But I hadn't, I just bought third party. And I didn't realise, because insuring cars and bikes for years, I didn't realise you could actually just do third party and not with the fire and theft. And I didn't do it to save money, because it was like another £3 a month. But what I failed to realise, it's third party only. So if these scroats actually took my bike and I didn't chase them down and find it myself, I would have lost a £10,000 motorbike. End of conversation. So after about a week, they get back to me, and thank God there's no proper structural damage to the bike, but it's still £1,100 to fix and repair the bike. And to be honest, I had a figure in my head like 2 or 3 grand. So when they said 1,100 quid, I was like, you know what? That could have been so much worse. I'm lucky I got the bike back. I'm lucky I can afford that and pay for that to be fixed. 3 months in. I'm probably not going to get the bike really till November. Just sucks, really. Sucks because I know you guys follow me and stuff, and a few of you messaged me like, what's going on? I did the NC 500. My back went after that because, as some of you guys know, I've got back problems and like herniation. Like, I've got 4 disc bulges in my back. So I've been recovering over like a couple of weeks after the NC to try and get back on the bike and get back to fitness so I can film some more content. And just as I'm starting to get back to filming more content, the bike's stolen. And then fast forward 3 months, I still don't have the bike, which is why I've not recorded any footage for you guys. I do have a question for you though. So a lot's changed in the last few months. And one of the things that changed, it's good news, I got promoted at work, got a new job. So with this promotion, it requires me to move back down to London. Now, I'm originally from London. I've been living up north for like 12 years. And I know you guys will be thinking, oh God, here we go. He's just had his bike stolen and he's moving back to London. It's definitely going to get nicked there. And you might be right. Before YouTube, I actually had a Triumph Bonneville Black for like a couple of years. And I was always more into that sort of retro city motorbiking, not so much the adventure biking. But I flipped it up, sold the Triumph, got the KTM. And moving back down to London, I don't think the KTM is very well suited to central London. So I do want to go and buy sort of a retro, modern, like classic bike again. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what bike you think I should have a look at, what bike you think I should sell the KTM for and replace. So I'll be living central London and works near St. Paul's Cathedral. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. There's so many bikes in that sector and that space at the moment. And I know that some of you guys actually own those sorts of motorbikes. So please write a comment, let me know what type of bike you'd think. And yeah, if anyone's on the market for a KTM 890 Adventure as well, give me a shout. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll check in with you guys very soon to do another update video. Apologies it's been so long, but as you can appreciate, it's just been a bit of a crazy ride the last couple of months. But hopefully be back with some regular content, a lot more coming soon. Thanks very much. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one.